right. Welcome to Reloading 10 millimeter with CW Part 1. So if you've been watching the channel for a while back, I did a mail call video and CW sent me 4 different types of cast 40 caliber projectiles. And I do not own a 40 cal, but I do own 10 millimeter. And we are going to be loading up a lot of 10 millimeter rounds. So what we're going to be doing is starting out with these Arsenal 401-200s. And these are a 200 grain flat point bullet. And we already have 15 pieces of brass primed. I'll explain to you why there's 15 in a minute. And those are primed with CCI large pistol primers. And the powder we're going to be using is Hodgdon long shot. Now we will put these on the scale over on the other bench to verify that they are 200 grain projectiles. And the reason I have 15 pieces loaded up, we are going to load 5 rounds each with a different powder charge. Now I'm going to be honest with you, the data that I'm looking at, my starting load is going to be right under max. And then I am going to do the second load at max, and I'm going to do a third load over max. So, any reloading data that I share in this video, I take no responsibility if you decide to try it yourself. It's on you, not on me. So, let's put these bullets on the scale and see what we got. Alright, I got the scale zeroed out. Let's put our first bullet on here. 191.3. $190.6. And a 190 on the nose. Alright, we got the hopper loaded up over here on the Charge Master Link with the long shot powder. So we're going to do an 8.0 grain charge weight, an 8.2, and an 8.4. We're going to take them to the range. We're going to shoot a 5-shot group through the chrono at 8 grains. We're going to make sure we're not over pressure. Everything's going good. We'll go up to 8.2. And if we're still good, we'll go up to 8.4. So let's get these loaded up and get out to the range. Alright, we're at the range. Got a target set up at 10 yards. We are going to shoot from the bench off of a bag, take away operator error. We've got the chrono set up. We're going to see how fast these bullets are, how well they group out of the 3 powder charges we have. Now the test gun we're going to be using today is the Glock 40. This is the 6-inch barreled version, and this has the Swamp Fox Kraken riding on the slide. Let's get started. All right, I got everything set up. You're going to have to take my word for it on the chrono speeds. I don't have a way to set up a third camera today. I got a camera down there rolling on the target. We're going to just shoot at the center diamond. I will call off the speeds as I shoot through the chrono. All right, we're starting out with the 8 grains long shot. Here we go. 12:36. That was stout. 12:19. 12:26. 12:36. And 12:23. I'm pretty impressed with that. We're talking about most of those bullets weighed anywhere from 190 to 191 grains. So we're getting some really good velocity out of that. Let's get out and see how the group looks. All right, so there's our group. We've got 2 in the same hole right here. 1 touching, 2 outside. Now I was aiming here, so they are shooting a little bit higher than what the other rounds are that we've been running through it, because the Glock 40 is sighted in at this range. So really good group. All right, we're back at the bench, and I decided to shut that test down after the 8 grains of long shot. One of the main reasons was I got over the 1,200 feet per second that I wanted. It grouped pretty well. We're going to take them back out. But there's a couple pieces of brass from the test, and the primer strikes are pretty good. I compared it to some of my factory loads, but I just don't want to push the envelope on that round any more than I already have. So we're just going to go ahead and finish out loading all those Arsenal bullets from CW with 8 grains of long shot. We're going to take them back out to the range again, and we're also going to take the high point carbine out. I just want to see how much faster they're going to be through the carbine. Let's get these loaded up, head back to the range. All right, we're back out here for day 2 of testing with CW's 200 grain Arsenal cast flat nose bullet that I loaded up into 10 millimeter. Now we settled on 8 grains of long shot. We got over the 1,200 feet per second that I was wanting out of the Glock 40. The primer strikes were okay. It was hitting a little hard there, so I just decided to shut it down because these bullets were grouping really well and doing everything I needed them to do. What we're going to do a little bit different today is we've got the high point 10 millimeter carbine out here and the High Tower Armory chassis with the Viridian red dot. Now I want to run 5 rounds through the chrono with this to see how much faster they are versus the Glock 40. All right, we got 5 rounds of the 8 grains of long shot loaded up into the high point. We're going to shoot at the center target. Got the chrono set up out in front of me, and we do have a camera down there rolling. 1393. 1390, I believe. 1367. 1391. And 1412. Well, our speeds were all over the place, but we did have one break 1,400 feet per second. All right, here's our group. Now, our red dot is sighted in at 25 yards, and we're over on the 10-yard range, so I was aiming here, but we put 3 through the same hole and 2 right here. Pretty decent group. All right, let's go over our chrono data. Our last shot was 1412, 1391, 1367, 1350, and 1393. Our average was 1382. All right, we had a failure. The Viridian Eon 1x35 took a crap on me. That is the 3rd product from Viridian that I've had go down on me. And we'll make a video on that, and I'll explain to you what all problems I've had with Viridian's products. With that being said, I was real happy with how those Arsenal bullets fed in the Glock 40. They chambered every one of them that we shot. Didn't have any issues there. I was happy with the speed on them. I was happy with the performance. But one thing we did have happen a few times off camera was on the high point. We were having an issue with the first round in the mag chambering. And I think a lot of that had to do with how deep we had to seat those bullets in order for them to pass the case check gauge and to work in the Glock 40. So they weren't really good to use with the 10 millimeter high point. Now, this particular carbine has always preferred the lighter weight bullets like the 155s. It's never been a big fan of the 180s, and I've never shot 200 grain like we just ran through it. But other than that, I love those bullets. I want to thank CW for sending them out to the channel, and they're working great in the Glock, and we'll continue to use them in the Glock. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.